Hi, this is Yvonne Wessa with Short Sale Advocates. And while he's staying still for a very short moment, I wanted to introduce you to my mushy Persian. He will be 20 years old in 2 days. And I just thought I would let you see my friend. I've had him since he was 5 weeks old, and he is just wonderful. But he does not like to be out of his element, and that is sleeping. So, hope you're having a great day. We're going to talk about a couple of different things today. We're going to talk about this short sale process is a third bank option. It is not a real estate process. It is a bank option, just like foreclosures. So the bank really controls the whole thing from beginning to end, and we all have to understand that when we're participating. We are totally passionate about helping our homeowners get through their hardship situation. I don't think there are more dedicated people than myself and my team when it comes to helping people out of their just a very stressful situations, no matter the cause. So when we say that this is not a real estate transaction, it is not formatted in any way similar to a normal real estate transaction. All the agents involved, the buyer and the homeowner, we are all following the guidelines of the lien holder. The bank who holds the mortgage is the driver. And this is the fact that most agents don't really understand. It's a whole different concept, but we're used to it when we're dealing with foreclosures. With foreclosures, the bank sets the standards, tells us what to do, allows certain verbiage, doesn't allow other verbiage. The whole situation got kind of turned around. I don't know if it's been maybe 10 years ago when the Real Estate Association started offering a designation, the abbreviation CDPE. Most of us took it. It was a 2-day, around $600 cost. And the problem is the heading, the drive for the motivation for getting this was that it was going to make you an expert in processing and negotiating short sales. I'll tell you what it did do was give people a really great concept of what a short sale is, and maybe how to follow directions to help the processor and negotiator. But it more or less sounded like you were going to take this 2-day class and to graduate from the class, get your designation, and you were an expert. The CDPE stands for Certified Distressed Property Expert. Well, I had been doing short sales a long time before I took that class, and I realized right away that there was no way that you were going to graduate from that class and have the slightest clue about how to really process and negotiate a short sale. But it did give the short sale a platform. Up until that time, I don't think a lot of people were even familiar with the term, and many people aren't really offered. If the homeowner will call the bank, it can be offered as an option. Excuse me. So when you take out the fact that this is not a real estate transaction, it makes the process clearer, because we all just, when the bank asks for something, we have 24 to 48 hours to respond. And if we don't, the bank can close the file. They may give us an extension, but we try to make sure everybody participating in the process does understand that right at the outset that we really need fast responses, faster than realtors are normally able to work or used to working. So we're really good at what we do, and we do go the extra mile, and we know which mile to take and which road to take to get from here to there. And that's the key. We have contacts in a lot of the executive offices. We have contacts in HUD, FHA, escalation team, which we can call on when we do have a specific question or run into a roadblock. And the average short sale processor does not have these contacts. They haven't done enough deals to work their way up to executive offices. And there are other people that do short sales and processors who do a good job, but we know that we do a great job, and we just want you to be sure, if you're considering a short sale, just check out the people that you're dealing with. Make sure that it doesn't qualify to have been on the buyer side, because the buyer's agent and the buyer, they're just following directions. And the only person guiding everyone through is the processor or negotiator, which many times can be a realtor, which just helps understand both sides of the process and helps realtors get through the mess with better understanding, because we have both sides. We have the realtor, looking at it as a realtor and looking at it as a processor negotiator. So a few years ago, foreclosure agents have for a long time been designated by the bank, by the lien holder, FHA, Fannie Mae. They have agents who are qualified to work with them on the foreclosure end. Many, many years. I've dealt with several lien holders who actually tried to figure out a way to designate short sale agents, short sale experts to represent them. But more recently, there are more restrictions, guidelines, mandates, and hoops that the banks have to go through, because it can be considered steering to make one realtor or 10 realtors, but to designate a specific number of realtors to work with them, with the lien holder, it can be called steering, or violates RESPA laws. And so the banks eventually have backed away, and I'm sure that one of these days they will figure out a way to qualify designated processors and negotiators. And when they do that, it will make it much clearer and much easier for everyone. But in the meantime, just check out your sources. Be careful who you choose. And I wish you all the success, but you can always call us for information, and we will be happy to reach out to you or answer your questions. So if you have those mortgage issues, you just put away those tissues and call Short Sale Advocates. Contact us at shortsaleadvocatesllc.com or call us at 314-590-3785. And you have a great rest of your day. It was too far away. I tried to look up more. Did I? Oh.